Bulls coming off a beatdown of the Pistons, trying to keep the momentum going as they hosted the Wizards at the United Center first quarter. Jimmy Butler, oh my, driving to the rack, throwing it down with two hands. Bulls up by 10. We move to the fourth quarter. Bulls down 1. Nikola Mirotic showing off the range. You got to guard him from out there. Drains the triple. He had 10 off the bench. Bulls up by 2. A few minutes later, Marcus Thornton intercepts the pass, lays it in. The Wizards get the victory, 107-97. When you look at the Chicago Bulls, Tim, they don't know how to close. 7 of 24 in the fourth quarter. This game was tied after 3, and the Wizards just pulled away in the fourth.
Well, they had some guys that really struggled from the field. Rondo and Wade combined to go 8 for 30. Oh, and by the way, throw in Jimmy Butler. He was 6 for 20. So you go 14 for 50 from the field, your 3 best players. Yeah, you're not going to win games at home. Wizards have played better as of late. Seems like they're starting to come together. Guys starting to get on the same page. And as for the Bulls, it just seems like there's a disconnect on offense. You know, Fred Hoiberg was brought in because he was an offensive guru. They got rid of Tom Thibodeau because the ball it died. Possessions, boring. We're going to play fast. We're going to be exciting. Guys are going to share the basketball. Well, the Bulls right now are dead last in the NBA in threes made. Everybody's making threes.
Yeah.
Except for the Bulls.
Tonight, they didn't shoot that well from three-point either, with 40%, 6 of 21 from the three-point line.
That's not 40%.
No. 6 of 21 from the three-point line.
Even I know that.
Yeah, that was a different stat. But my point, though, I just don't understand
Under 30%.
How you beat down the Pistons. I mean, you shot like 70, 80% in the first quarter of that game, won by 30+, and then you come out here against the Wizards at home the very next game and don't have that same intensity.
Well, you know, I watched this game pretty closely. It just seemed like there was no offensive rhythm in the third and fourth quarter. And this is what I feared with the Chicago Bulls. When you have Rondo, Wade, and Butler out there on the court, you don't really have an established three-point shooter. And whenever you have Rondo on the floor, he's a liability because he can't knock it home. That's been the story for him throughout his career. So what I worried about before the season started, now Wade shot the 3 really well to start the year, was you get help from Rondo, man, and now Wade and Butler, when they're going one-on-one, they're actually going one-on-2 because Rondo's man's watching both those guys. I don't think the spacing's very good. Mirotic didn't play for 2 games. Now he's out there in the fourth quarter. I had chemistry. There's some issues there as well. But they caught the Wizards, who are playing good basketball. And the Pistons, you just don't know who you're going to get night in, night out. Obviously, you got Jekyll or Hyde, whoever the bad one is, last time the Bulls played them, because the Bulls embarrassed them, but then had the Pistons bounce back. They get blown out in Memphis.
Yeah, I think this is just what we're going to get from the Bulls all season. Just a roller coaster ride, up and down. You see how it all plays out.
Yeah, but you got to think like this is going to be the highlight of their season.
What do you mean?
I think the schedule's been really favorable for them. The schedule turns to be brutal over the next couple of weeks, and they've been healthy.
They have, but
one thing you're worried about coming into the year is how healthy they were going to be.
But we've seen them have impressive victories against the Spurs and against the Cavs. So even when the schedule does get a little bit more challenging, this team can surprise you. You just don't know how they're going to play.
Those games were in Chicago. I just don't know how you could buy into them because I think the losses have been so far superior as far as just ugly.
Yeah, like why are you losing to Dallas?
Lakers.
Yeah.
T-Wolves.
Minnesota, for sure.
They've just had some losses that have been kind of head-scratching. So, yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. Oh, you're not alone in the Eastern Conference. The Wizards, the Hawks.
Pacers.
Oh, man, right?
A lot of teams. So
the Pistons, it's just like, you don't know who you're going to get.